want to welcome you now to...
President Museveni has for long been the anchorman for the West in the troubled Great Lakes region. However, the United States of America and a host of countries in the European Union said they would review their relations with the Kampala regime after the president assented to the anti-gay law recently. A U.S. Army official has said that the U.S. will continue supporting the UPDF.
This year's exercise, Maliza Ugaidi 2014, was hosted by the Uganda People's Defense Forces, the United States, and Kenya. And I want everyone from all the participating, I would like to reaffirm that U.S. Army Africa is fully committed to strengthening our relationships with our African partners, improving partner nations' ability to command, control, and support forward deployed forces, and helping Africans solve African problems. I want to thank the UPDF for their hospitality and allowing us to train with you over the last 2 weeks.
The comments were made during a special training to combat terrorism held in Jinja for army officers from Rwanda, Kenya and Uganda, sponsored by the United States. During the training, which lasted 2 weeks, officers were trained in crisis response drills. This comes at the time Uganda, like the cavalry, hastily deployed a force in the neighboring South Sudan in December last year after fighting broke out between forces loyal to President Salva Kiir and those allied to his rival Dr. Riek Machar. Speaking at the pass out of the participants, the Chief of Defense Forces, General Katumba Amala, said the UPDF does not plan to withdraw from the war-riven neighboring state of South Sudan until a neutral peacekeeping force is deployed.
As far as when is Uganda putting boots off the ground in South Sudan, will depend, of course, on how soon those troops land there. Because we don't, what should not be looked at, I mean what we should not do, and which would be very regrettable, is if we if we created a vacuum. If our presence, if we live without boots on the ground, would create a vacuum. And that vacuum would be very, very unwelcome.
His comments come on the heels of an IGAD decision reached out during a meeting in Addis Ababa yesterday, calling for the deployment of a neutral force by next month.